Hello, this is Dennis McDonald with A1 Telephone Service and Repair. You can get us on the web at www.a1-telephone.com. This is a Chrome version of an A&E 3-slot payphone. A friend of ours, Mark from Texas, sent this telephone in to be converted for home use. We took it apart, looking it over, going through it. I'm going to show you a few things here. This telephone is missing some things. There used to be some items that sat here. They were relays and things for the payphone. They're not needed because we're going to use it for home use, and we can install a bell in here. So that doesn't matter whether all the pieces are here for that. When we get done with this phone, it'll be used as a bank. It will take money, but it'll never work electronically like it did for the phone company. So money will drop down this port and go into the cash box. This telephone had no keys with it. There's a body lock that goes right here. The lock was there, but there's no key. And then there's a vault lock with no key. We did locate a key for the customer for the vault, and kind of want to get a shot of this. Okay, we were able to find a key for the vault, so we got that part taken care of. Now we need a key for the body lock that goes right here, and a lock probably. I'll turn that around. We have it out right now, but there was a lock in here and no key. Basically the dial goes in here, your money goes in here. Here's the rotary. We have it out so that we can rework the rotary. The rotary was sticking on it, so we're going to repair the rotary dial, get that fixed up. We want to make sure that the money drops through the coin validator properly. Some of these items may be removed off the coin validator just in case if they get in the way. I want to show you a little something of what would happen here with it. When nickels would go through, they would hit once, and dimes were twice. And then over here at the gong, quarters would hit the gong here. There's a gong right here. And when a quarter would hit it, it would hit it once. The operator could hear the one ring for a nickel, two for a dime, and then one gong for a quarter. She could hear that and then know how much money you put in it. There was a card. We do have the card. There was a card behind this plastic instruction insert for the payphone, but it was in very bad shape, and we will replace that card. That card will be replaced. So this is the inside of an automatic electric payphone. And we're just trying to get a little bit of a video on it to show the customer and for those who are interested. I'm going to swing this around real quick. We cleaned that up a bit and got it painted a little bit. There was some surface rust in there that we wanted to take care of, and so we got to that, and we'll be putting it back together again. As far as the rust goes on this, you can try to steel wool it and clean it out a little bit and clean it up and try to wax the phone a little bit with a little bit of a wax, so to try to curve the rusting on it. But this phone probably would not rust any further in a home where it's not got a lot of moisture. This was probably stored in a warehouse or a basement that was wet all the time, or a storage shed that had water coming up, because that's where the rust came from. In a normal house with a normal setting, it probably wouldn't get any worse. So, you know, these are pretty heavy steel, and I'm not too worried about any more rust occurring on it. I'm sure Mark's not going to put this out in the garage. He's probably going to put it right to use as soon as we finish it up. But I wanted to get a short video of it and show you what was going on with it. These connections right here are the connections that when you put the face back on the phone, these connections are met with some other connections, and that's how you get your your dial to work and any of the functions that you have to do. Some of them had wiring harnesses, and some of them had these raw connections that would just meet. They would meet on each other when you put the two together. Like I said, we do have the lock out right now, but the lock is missing its key, and it's also missing the tumblers. Somebody has taken the lock apart in the past, and basically what they did was they pulled the tumblers out so that you could simply stick any key you wanted to in the lock and turn it and open the body. Now I'm going to talk to Mark about that, the customer. He may say, hey, I don't care if you stick any key in there and turn it, as long as it locks and keeps the body on, I'm happy. Because after all, we did locate him a key for the vault door. So, you know, really all that ever really has to lock on here is the vault. Because after all, if you're going to use it as a bank, you don't want nobody getting in there and stealing your bubblegum money. Okay? So, basically it doesn't matter if the body locks. You know, so maybe it would be okay to just have the original lock and just be able to turn it with any key. But I will call the customer on that, and we'll see what he wants to do. Now on eBay, you can purchase lock keys, the keys to some of these locks, but why pay about $30 or $20 for a lock off of eBay or from some company when the lock doesn't have any tumblers in it anyway? So you would have to locate a key and a lock. But this gives you somewhat of an idea of what an A&E automatic electric 3-slot payphone parts look like. And this is the chrome version of this phone. They come in chrome and kind of a beige, and you know, they had a couple of different colors, but this rotary was hanging up, so that all has to be taken apart and cleaned. And that gives you some kind of an idea of what the parts kind of look like in this telephone. And once again, here's the coin validator. We're going to make sure that the coins drop through this validator properly. Sometimes they get hung up in there, and we have to fix any kind of burrs or any kind of things that will make them keep the coins from falling through. Some of this stuff is not needed. We'll probably take some of that off, just for the fact that it'll never work again as a payphone. For one reason, the phone company, I mean, you could do it if you wanted to get real elaborate with it and you were a collector, but you would have to have power supplies work the mechanics, the electronics to this to this telephone if you wanted to do something like that, because the line voltages that they sent to this is different now, and it's a long drawn out story. Anyway, most of it seems to be here other than a few things missing, and we may have to seal up some of these holes in these flaps so the money doesn't drop into this area where we install a bell. These phones did not have bells in them, so we're going to install a bell in this phone. The customer wants it to ring, I believe. I'm going to shut the video down now. We're coming up a little past 10 minutes, and they don't let you have too much more than that. Goodbye.